Have you ever felt like your children no longer respect you the way they used to? Maybe they're more irritable, listen less, or sometimes make you feel like you're no longer important in their lives. This can be heartbreaking because you've spent your whole life raising, caring for, and loving them. Yet now, it seems like everything has changed. But don't worry, because you are not alone. Many parents have been in this situation. And more importantly, there are ways to regain the respect you deserve. Not by scolding, nagging, or trying to control them, but by making subtle yet powerful changes in the way you carry yourself. Today, we'll explore 6 effective ways to restore respect in your relationship with your children. These strategies will not only help you be heard, but also allow you to maintain a loving connection with them. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the most important thing: how you see yourself. You may not realize it, but sometimes the lack of respect from your children stems from how you present yourself. If you always appear weak, constantly rely on your children for everything, or frequently feel like you no longer have value, they will gradually start seeing you as someone whose opinions don't matter. This doesn't mean you have to be tough or distant. Instead, it means you should show that you are still a person of significance, with your own thoughts, opinions, and a life that deserves respect. Think about it. When was the last time you did something just for yourself? A hobby you once loved, a trip you always wanted to take, or a personal goal you put on hold? When your children see that you are still living a full and meaningful life, they will look at you differently. A parent with passions and personal joy not only reassures their children, but also earns their respect. Along with confidence in yourself, another equally important factor is setting boundaries. Many parents become more lenient as they get older, agreeing to every request from their children, even unreasonable ones. This comes from love, but if you're not careful, it can lead your children to take things for granted and show less respect. Remember, setting boundaries doesn't mean being selfish or distant. It means knowing what you want and not allowing others, even your children, to cross limits that make you uncomfortable. If your child speaks to you in a disrespectful tone, gently but firmly let them know you won't accept that behavior. If they repeatedly ask you for favors you don't want to do, learn to say no without feeling guilty. At first, they might be surprised or even resistant, but over time, they will understand that you have your own principles and deserve respect. What's interesting is that when you change how you behave, your children will begin to change too. If they've always been used to you putting them first, no matter what, they will start to see you differently when you begin valuing yourself more. And this is the first step to regaining the respect you deserve. Once you have started showing confidence and setting boundaries, the next important thing is how you communicate with your children. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the way we speak can make others, even our own children, respect us less? Think about your recent conversations with your children. Do you often complain about aging, health issues, or life's difficulties? Do you frequently bring up the past with a tone of regret or blame? While this may seem harmless, if repeated too often, it can make your children feel exhausted or even unwilling to listen. When that happens, instead of having meaningful conversations, your relationship may slowly turn into one of mere tolerance or emotional distance. It's important to change the way you communicate. When talking to your children, use a positive tone and show genuine interest in their lives. Instead of simply asking, "Are you doing well these days?" Try asking deeper questions like, "What's something exciting that has happened to you recently?" Or, "Is there anything at work that's been making you feel inspired?" This not only makes conversations more engaging, but also makes your children see you as an interesting and thoughtful person worth talking to. Also, avoid imposing your thoughts on your children. Many parents, as they get older, tend to believe that their experience and wisdom mean their children should always listen to them. However, this approach can sometimes backfire. No matter their age, children want to be respected as independent adults. If you want your children to listen to you, start by listening to them first. A simple yet effective way to show respect is to ask for their opinions on matters in your life. For example, instead of saying, "I don't think you should be doing that," try asking, "If you were in my situation, how would you handle this?" This not only makes your children feel valued, but also allows them to see you in a different light, not just as a parent giving orders, but as a companion in life's journey. And when it comes to communication, body language is just as important. Sometimes it's not your words, but your attitude, eye contact, and gestures that shape how your children perceive you. Pay attention. Do you maintain eye contact when speaking with them? Do you hold yourself with confidence and ease? A parent who exudes calmness, self-assurance, and openness will always command more respect than someone who avoids eye contact, slouches, or appears overly timid. Once you've improved your communication, another crucial step is this: never stop growing. This is one of the most powerful ways to regain your children's respect. Have you ever noticed that elderly people who remain energetic, continue learning, and challenge themselves are often admired by those around them? That's because they don't let age define their worth. If you want your children to look at you with admiration, keep exploring new things. Try learning a new skill, joining a class, reading interesting books, or even familiarizing yourself with the technology your children use. When your children see that you are still evolving, still have exciting things to share, they will not only respect you, but may even seek to learn from you. Additionally, always take care of yourself. No one can truly respect someone who neglects their own well-being. This doesn't mean you have to try to look younger. It simply means maintaining a healthy mindset, eating well, staying active, and prioritizing your mental health. A strong, confident, and joyful parent is someone their children will look up to. But no matter what you do, the most important thing is patience. Relationships don't change overnight. At first, your children might not even notice your changes, or they may react in ways you don't expect. But don't be discouraged. Keep showing confidence, maintaining boundaries, communicating positively, and continuing to grow. Over time, you'll see a difference, not just in how your children treat you, but in how you feel about yourself. The last, but perhaps the most important thing: learn to accept and let go of unrealistic expectations. As parents, we always hope that our children will be filial, grateful, and show us absolute respect. But in reality, children are independent individuals with their own thoughts, perspectives, and ways of seeing the world. Sometimes, no matter how many right things you do, your children may still not show the respect you expect. This does not mean you have failed as a parent. It simply means that they are in a different phase of their lives with different priorities. So how do you face this without feeling hurt? The answer lies in acceptance. Accept that your children are not perfect, just as you are not perfect. Accept that there are things beyond your control, and the only thing you can truly do is live your own life to the fullest. Once you stop expecting your children to treat you in a certain way, you will feel a sense of relief. You will no longer be hurt by their moments of carelessness, and more importantly, you won't unintentionally put pressure on the relationship. The surprising thing is, When you let go of expectations, children often start to change naturally. When they feel that you are not demanding too much from them, they will willingly want to spend time with you, listen to you, and respect you, not out of obligation, but because they truly want to. And finally, remember that you are not just a parent. You are a person with your own worth, deserving of love and respect, not just from your children, but from yourself as well. Do not let the way your children treat you define your self-worth. Live your life with confidence, self-respect, and joy. If you found this helpful, share your thoughts in the comments. I believe many others are experiencing the same thing, and perhaps your story could help someone find their own answers. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found this content valuable, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more insightful videos. Wishing you strength, happiness, and the fulfilling life you truly deserve.